Good. Hello and welcome to Activate and On the Couch episode 7.
Oh, you always ask me.
I
think it is, number 7. So we're getting there. We're getting there.
I'm Andy. This is
Karen. Hi.
How you going? Ambassadors for INBA PNBA, business owners, supplements, true protein. Get that in your heads. Thank you very much. We like to do interviews, don't we?
Yes, we love to, and we're getting a lot more people coming on board and having a look at what we're doing, and it's great. Thank you so much for sharing, subscribing to YouTube, Activate 22. Thanks for liking that. We'll get to 1,000 one day.
Yes,
I think we'll have our own TV program one day. How's that? That's our goals. That's our goals.
It'd be fantastic. So we like bringing the world together and globally united and having these athletes on board with us so we can have, it feels like you're just there with them all the time. So anyway, let's just, what are we going to do?
Nip it in the butt.
We're going to nip it in the butt and get to it. Let's see who we've got. Let's see who we've got coming in.
I'm so excited. I'm a little bit nervous about this one, but anyway, this guy's hard to crack, okay? But he is awesome. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun here. Let's see who we've got here. Hello.
Who do we have knocking at the door? Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, here we go.
Hey. Sound. Microphone.
I'm good. Listen, I've been doing school through Zoom for like 4 or 5 months at this point, so I'm a Zoom master. You're not going to get me doing one of those where I think I'm on mute and then I'm like, no, they're just a bunch of wankers. No, they're fine.
Oh. We'll be doing like lip reading and it's all about reading.
Or this is my favorite. Oh, no, you go. No, you go. Me go? Oh, we hung up. Oh.
Or you sit there and you start talking and you...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're muted.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh my God,
muted.
this is going to take forever.
It is. But
Let's introduce this guy. Hi, Brandon Lirio.
It's good to see you guys. I'm so glad to see you guys again. It's been too long.
All right, all the way from USA. So a little bit about Brandon. He's team captain of Team USA. You say it like better than me, but anyway, I'm saying it in an Australian accent. There you go.
Captain America.
PNBA natural champion in so many world titles as well. The last 2 of Natural Olympia. He's a judge. I'm honored to sit next to him. Battleground fitness and nutrition. Yeah, there you go. So how have you been?
You know, it's been weird. I graduated for one of my degree paths. I think it was last week is when grades finalized. I graduated summa cum laude from the State University here, Southern Connecticut State. Well, the strange thing was that it was online, so there's no commencement. Even though I went in person, everything was obviously canceled. So I got a phone call from my aunt who called me and said, hey, I heard you had a big day. Congratulations. And I went, yeah. What? I don't understand. And she goes, you graduated today. And I went, oh yeah, I did. Hey, yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. Cool, yeah.
They should have done a Zoom. They should have done a Zoom meeting because one of our clients, he's just become an Australian citizen, and it's all done on Zoom.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't have made that Zoom call.
No.
Hey, yeah. You're not allowed to say some words. We forgot. So, like, we always have this kind of thing because everyone gets stumped and they forget. But you're a leader and a team captain, so I'm sure you won't forget these words. So the words are USA, classic physique, and burger. Very easy.
That's my favorite food. That's going to be tough.
And I bet you knew that, didn't you?
Very tough. So Brandon's married to the beautiful Danielle, and I suppose she's in the background watching.
She's watching in the background downstairs in the gym. We're obviously weekend, so she's getting her cardio in while I do this. I'm sure she's watching. So
where do you live, Brandon? Where do you live?
I live in
Connecticut,
which is, for those who are not acclimated to where I live, that country. I'm not going to say it. Right there. It's right next to New York. It's a little bit farther south than where you have it on the map.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's an official map because it looks super to scale.
Oh, I know, right? I tried my best. It's pretty good. Everyone agrees with it. Everyone's happy with it. So that's pretty good. So Yeah, and what's the temperature up there at the moment? Because we're coming into winter now, so we've actually got our heaters on. So yeah, we're in some of it, like, you know.
I'm wearing this jersey and I'm sweating because it's like 80 degrees. So
well,
hot.
you can take it off if you want to.
I would, but like I said, the season has not started for our fitness community, so we got this nice spare tire going on. If anything, I'm ready for winter. I'm ready.
On that note, Brandon, so we've got a few exciting updates with INBA. So yeah, we had a post the other day which you shared of a lot of shows that are coming on board. So can you like quickly tell us just some main ones that are coming up, or the ones that you know to put out to there to all of our athletes to be ready? Sure.
I know for a fact that the first opening show of the season was they moved Diana's show, which is now going to be in Corona, California, which is at the end of July. And then August 1st is really what starts the rest of the season, where it runs in successive weeks. As far as I know, our national title is still happening, as well as our nationals. You're not going to get me to say it. It's a team this country that I'm in right now. Then obviously all the way. I can't. You know, it escapes me right now. Oh, wait a minute. I got it. Well, rip it off the wall.
Oh, we are going to have fun with this today. We are going to have fun. That's
I ripped it off the wall.
That's one that I think you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And then it goes all the way through to the Olympia, which as of right now is still in November. So everybody should be getting ready. Natural Olympia. That one's right back there is the poster for this year. And it really does come down to the idea where I said this in a post to our team chat when it first started, all these shutdowns and everything, is that for years, natural bodybuilders blow smoke up our own butts where we say we're different than everybody else. We're cut above the rest. You know, what we do, nobody else could do it. Well, now was our chance to prove it. So all these people coming out of quarantine should put your money where your mouth is.
What do you compete in, Brandon?
Oh, I can't remember what it is, but if you look here on the team poster, you can see me right here in the specific trunks of my division.
That's
right there. Yeah,
that's interesting. It looks a little bit classic to me, but I'm not sure.
I would call it a throwback bodybuilding. That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
You got it. And quickly, how's your training going at the moment with the restrictions?
You know, you especially for having been to you guys in Australia and seeing Mike Waddington's home gym, that kind of inspired the rest of my setup. But for years, since I was in Germany, when I was in the service, I have a full gym in my basement, Cybex machines, body solid machines. So as far as I was concerned, the tough part was really just the atmosphere change of being in a normal gym with other people and interacting with other people. But so far, me and my good friend Brian and I quarantined together. So every morning at 6:45, 7, Danny, me, and Brian go downstairs, and we've been lifting ever since the quarantine started. So
excellent. And we've known Brandon for a while now, but specifically, I think we bonded a little bit in Greece together. I get to see that.
I got my Team Australia.
Yes, and you come across Australia as well, and we got to see you there. But when I was Universe and Greece as well, and we sat together at judging table in Greece, and that was awesome as well. Had a massive time over there, and well, do you know what, like you're a bit popular, you're followed. I stalk you, of course, I stalk everyone. So 4,932, do you know that's way above the divas? The divas have only got like 2,000, and you are like 4,900. You're like
diva.
I think like 5,000 you can't have any more.
I just look better in heels. I mean, okay, ready? This is the 21st century coming out. Join my OnlyFans page, guys.
So we're going to talk about you as a team leader, okay? And the qualities that team leading has. I mean, USA is a massive country, okay? And you've got a lot of responsibilities there, and you do so well in going to your lives. So tell us some qualities that you have that are important as a team leader.
Captain. I would say
team leader, captain.
Yeah, so I want to give a shout out to my other co-captain for our team, right? So basically, I'll be honest, the first thing that it really takes to be a leader in anything is the ability to admit that you're wrong. Somebody might have a better idea. You need more input. The second that you start believing that you have all the answers and that your way is always best, it's never going to work. Nobody's ever going to listen to you. You're just going to get steamrolled over, because the true fact of it is that this is not a sport about me. It's a sport about the entire world of natural bodybuilding. And so the second that I start to think that I have all the answers and I have it all figured out, I'm going to miss the most important thing to some of the other people on the team. I would say that first and foremost, that would be the number one quality that anyone would need to be successful, even as their own self, as an athlete. The second you think that your way is the way to go, and that all these people who've come before you, or all these people who are going to come after you, that they somehow miss the boat, you're going to miss the boat, right? I think it's an old saying that says, I know enough about the world to only know that I know nothing. Yeah, that's the best way I can put it, right?
Yeah, amazing.
And I'd say, you know, obviously, if you portray positivity with everything as well, you know, you're going to get the same back from everyone else. You know, the more positivity you put out with things, especially in the situation we've got going on at the moment, the fact that keep training, guys, keep your macros, keep making sure that you keep things tight, because it's gonna clear. We're gonna have comps coming up, and you've got to be ready for it. So you put out that positivity, you're gonna get it back, and people are gonna sit there and just grind it in and work themselves to the point where they're ready to get on stage. So yeah, there you go. I think that's a positive.
Yeah.
And then I think for the broad brush idea of what a leader should be is just somebody who's approachable.
Absolutely.
I'll be the first. Yeah. I'll be the first to admit that there's a ton of people for training, or they see me backstage. Look, for those of you who only watch me in videos, I'm only 5'5". So for my entire life, I've been the not intimidating guy in the room, or so I thought, until a lot of people from around the world were like, no, you'd be surprised because of your outward appearance. And, I do tend to have a lot more ink than most people. It's just, it's kind of a little bit intimidating to people. And I think that, if you could approach them and tell them, hey, I want you to come to me because I just want to not help you. I don't want to tell you what to do. Yeah. I just want to be involved in your passion. I want to be involved in your progression. That will allow people to see you as somebody that, even if they don't want your advice, they just want to run an idea by you, and you just sit there and go like this. Yeah. That's still a much better option than them feeling like they have nobody to talk to.
Exactly.
The things I like also about team leading is honesty and integrity, as we know for our federation. You have that every time I see you, Brandon. You always have this, passion towards, you have a vision and you accomplish these goals. And you should see this guy when he takes a team overseas to a foreign country. Oh my gosh, you got to down pack team meetings like this. Okay, we're going to meet at this Team USA.
Yeah. Almost. I always have my little black book that I keep everybody's arrival dates and times and their divisions and everything. So yeah, I mean, you got to be organized. I think that the second you allow somebody to feel like they got left behind is the second they don't feel like they're part of a team anymore.
Yeah.
So good communication as well.
Yeah, so that leads me on to the next topic of communication. So communication is absolutely essential, okay? And also active listening. So you've got to listen to your team players, as you said before, and what they want. You've got to listen to them instead of, cutting in and putting your own opinion. You've got to listen to what these people say.
I think you're wrong.
What's that for?
I don't know.
Wait, no, you go. What was it? Did you talk to me? You go. What is it?
But
you go.
So we're gonna play a game. We incorporate these little games. Okay. So have you got? I've told Brandon to bring a few things to the table. You've got some pieces of paper and a pen. Is that correct?
Yeah. I got the piece of paper. I didn't hear you say a pen, but I think I can.
A text might be better, or anything to write.
I do have.
God damn it!
I can probably see it. I don't know if you are. So I got my piece of paper. Let's see if I got a pen.
Where's the pen?
Here's the sword, and is this an office? An upstairs office?
Oh no!
It is. It's my office. Yeah.
Is it a highlighter?
I got a highlighter, so we're good.
Because you're going to show us, and we won't be able to see that.
I know I have a pen. Hang on.
That's okay. Take your time.
So what was we saying about team captain being ready?
Yeah, I know. Ready and prepared, and
Oh, wait. A black mark.
Okay.
There we go.
This is perfect. Okay. So sometimes with communication, sometimes you find it hard to communicate on many levels. So just say Zoom cut out right now, we'd be kind of going, okay, using sign language. So we're gonna play a game of Pictionary. Okay. So yeah, I know, right?
I like that.
This is the thing, is that I'm going to show you a word. Now, Andy doesn't know about this, okay?
What?
So, yeah, I know, I've done something without you. So, I'm going to show you a word. You've got to draw it in two separate pictures, okay? So, it might be one word, but there's going to be two pictures. Yeah, right.
Two pictures. Can they be side to side?
One word, two syllables.
Now, just as a hint, so Andy has to tell you, yeah, that's cool. But he's going to put it together in one word. Now, just as a hint, well, we'll do the first one anyway. Okay. I'm kind of giving you a hint in what to do here. Yeah? Okay, so get to it. This is going to be really quick, okay?
Can I look now?
No, he's drawing it.
Yeah, but I can't see it, can I? Honestly.
Well, why don't you just, while it's his drawing, talk about, like, other, qualities of communication and stuff like that. When you're ready, you can put it up, because we have to keep moving.
The quality of communication is to listen to your wife.
Oh.
Interpret what they say as well. There you go.
When you put blues in your washing, and she says,
I know, yeah.
Listen to her.
Yeah. He put my white. It's kind of a white uniform.
No, it was blue.
Well, it had a little bit of acid. How are you going there? You don't
Wait, is this that Facebook test? Is this that Facebook test where they show you the dress and they ask you if it's blue or white or gold? Is that what we're doing?
Okay, you don't have to go into detail there, love. Just. Oh, there you go. Oh my God. That's beautiful. I love this.
So, are we going from
just
that?
Go for it. Come on. No, this side first. This side first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's sock your woman.
It's a little
sock lady. Sock girl.
Close. Put them together.
Sock woman.
It's one word. Remember that.
Sock woman. Sock woman. So,
I have to give a hint here. We'll be going forever. All of this is based around sports.
Yeah.
Yes! Yeah! Okay, one more. This is going to be quick.
Okay. What the hell is that?
Oh, don't worry about it. You don't know. That must be an Australian thing. This is easy.
Okay, that's a good one. I got that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so what have you been doing this week, my dear? Tell everybody. Come on.
I've been working and watching you on the deck, because my husband is building a deck. Unfortunately,
extension
so he's down. He's multi-skilled, so he actually, gets the hammers and tools out.
But I am multi-skilled, and I get my hammer out.
Now listen.
Perfect. Yep.
Oh, here we go. This is easy. What?
Body house, body home, body home, body home, body house, body home, body flat, body house.
Brother, you gotta be kidding me. Come on, man.
Is it an arm? Is it pointing to the arm? Body.
No. Go back to what you were saying.
Body roof. Body house.
I think you got the arrow pointed at the wrong. No, don't you dare put that up.
Body building.
Yeah! You idiot. see how
difficult it can be.
See the importance of communication.
Yes.
Like,
I got Adrian. This is Peter Chahansky.
Even though, so recapping and just, coming to...
I could just imagine everyone was there shouting, bodybuilding! You dickhead! Bodybuilding!
Wait, so everybody who's watching this, tell me in the comments section if you got bodybuilding.
Okay, moving on. We've asked you to bring 5 things to the couch, starting with L. So L is Brandon's last name, the area. So what have you brought for us today?
So the first thing is here we go, hang on. This is my lederhosen from when I lived in Germany.
What?
Did you get the clock?
Real lederhosen. It's real leather. from Oktoberfest. I wore this in Cologne, Germany, in Oktoberfest when I lived in Germany. So item number 1 is Lederhosen.
Oh,
wow.
That's interesting.
Get using the first word, leader.
Yes. Next one.
All right. My little black book that I keep all of my important client dates, right? Little black book.
One day. I'm going to pinch it one day, Brandon. I'm going to pinch it and you will have no idea what to do.
Well, you know what's awesome about that? This is a brand new one and it's blank. So you can have this one.
What he was saying,
I filled out the other one.
Only being 5'4", that is actually an A1 size book.
Next one.
So I broke the rules. It's not a little black book, it's a regular size book on me. So.
Okay, next one. What have you got?
All right. This right here, I took a little bit of leeway. This is the last photo I ever took when I was in the service. My last official photo. See?
It's in military service, you young spunk.
Look at that.
You. Yeah, I know, right? I know, right?
Clean shaven. Look at that.
Beautiful photo,
right?
Brandon. And I think it's.
I think I was like 145 pounds in this photo too.
Is it Memorial Day today, Brandon?
It was yesterday, wasn't it?
No. 2 days Memorial Day.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all the veterans. Okay, next one.
Next is a letter of appreciation from when me and my team won an award from the 3-star general when I was stationed in California. She was actually a former astronaut. You can see down here, Susan J. Helms. She actually holds a world record for the longest spacewalk. So that was my old boss. Yeah, right?
Interesting.
That's
okay, awesome. 4th one or 5th one?
4th one, which is the most important, and I hope she's down there watching during cardio right now. This is a box of all the letters that my wife has ever written me. Look.
Oh, in a box. Aww.
That is awesome.
That is
hundreds of letters in here.
That is so beautiful.
I kept every one of them.
Oh, and then
I felt bad because the last one, everyone that you did for me, which was never.
I beg your pardon.
Went into another box and went out to the trash can.
I keep them. That's really.
I always keep one on me, and underneath my laptop right now is actually the last one that she wrote me just a couple days ago.
There you go.
She's beautiful. Aww.
Did I do it how you wanted me to do it? Yeah, she said I did it how I wanted.
5th one. What's the 5th one there?
Oh wait, isn't that 5? 1, 2, 3,
Oh, that's
4.
5. That's 5. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like.
If it hadn't, what you could have done was tilted the camera again and just said light.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to roll on. So these are just quick answers. Okay, just a little bit about you. Okay, so favorite food.
I am not going to say it because you told me at the beginning I'm not allowed to say what my favorite word is. So.
What's your second?
I'll say this. My second favorite food would be anything that you would get at any of the rivals of McDonald's, because I don't like McDonald's. It once made me super sick when I was in Malaysia. But their food that they serve is my favorite food.
See, I knew that. I've got people that tell me things. Anyway,
nice.
I was going to say favorite fast food.
Yeah, again, it's part of the name. So the thing I can't say plus the word king. I love that place so much that I had somebody who was a manager there buy me one of the sweaters that looks like the Whopper sandwich. And so now I have one of those that I wear every time I eat it. Okay,
name a hidden talent or hobby.
Oh, so my only other hobby other than bodybuilding is I play a really nerdy card game called Magic the Gathering.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, my collection is so vast that I have more in value in these cards than I do in actual cash.
Oh,
how about that?
There you go. Facebook or Instagram?
I'm going to say Facebook because even though I get Instagram, I just like posting more personal things on Facebook.
Yeah, absolutely. Taco or pizza?
Pizza. Easy.
Okay. Wine or spirits?
I'm a booze guy. Let's go with spirits.
Where is your drink, by the way? Like, what the hell?
Oh, well, if I were to tell you that this was nothing but Jack and Coke, how would you feel about that?
That's awesome.
We congratulate you.
Okay, dream car.
A 1994 Lamborghini Diablo.
Whoa, look at that.
That's very specific.
In orange.
No, it's got to be that like bright yellow, because that was the first real supercar I ever saw when I was a kid, and I was like, I gotta have that.
I can picture it.
Ridden in an ambulance.
I have, yes. When I was in middle school, I ran behind this girl who was swinging an aluminum baseball bat. She took a full swing right to my nose, and never broke a bone.
Oh my God!
Went to the hospital. They sent me home. That was it.
Use a fake ID.
No, I tried once to get my brother's ID when I was not old enough to drink, and he wouldn't give it to me. So I think the only fake ID, actually that's not true. The only fake ID I ever used was I had a military ID that I thought was lost. So I got another one reissued to me. Then I found an old one, and I would leave it in my car so I could get on base if I left my wallet.
There you go.
Okay, I think we know this, but your current Netflix, so we could talk about this for hours, because I think we're watching the same as you at the moment.
So my current Netflix binge is obviously Ozark. I just started it like a week ago. I'm already into episode 3 of season 3.
Yeah, same.
No, we're at 5, season 3, but number 5. We've just got.
We watched one this morning, so we're ahead of you.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Okay.
Oh, you cut out. I'm sorry.
Well, I was actually about to say.
What?
And that's how it happens. Seriously, it's terrible.
Okay.
Oh.
First job, Brandon. First 3 jobs. Oh no, just your first
3
job.
jobs. Okay, so the first job I ever had was a job that I had selling a specific type of wood furniture called teak furniture. It was in a store right next to a store that my mom owned, and I worked there for like a month when I was in the summer of my freshman year of high school, I think it was.
Yeah.
And they just didn't do good business, and they had to let me go like a month later. So right after that, I started working at a farm with my brother, planting perennials at this farm that was down the street. And then after that, I got my first job that was like a real job at a supermarket bagging. And I went to a rival supermarket right after that, like 6 months later. And I became the front end manager at 16 years old. I was a cashier.
And that's where it started.
Team leader.
Okay, so we've been doing a little bit of research, as we do, and I think in active duty and military you were a weather briefer, specializing in space weather and heliophysics. So we're going to put you to the test right now.
So you think you're a weatherman or something
All
So
right, let's see.
we're going to get you to warm up. You're going to be a weatherman today, okay? And Andy's going to quietly, I told him not to get too excited, but we're going to just give you some warm up.
But you've done public speaking before. Everyone's done public speaking. When you do weather reports, a bit like the anchor man, you have to warm up the vocal cords. So we're just going to 15 seconds.
Not even 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Not
Warming
too loud.
up her vocal
Okay,
cords.
there we go.
Stop. And Mary had a little bike. She rode it round the grass.
Mary had a little bike and she rode it round the grass.
Every time the wheels went round, the spokes went up her, and I think I finished.
Every time the wheels went round, the spokes went up her skirt.
There you go. We're warmed up. Okay.
All right, I've got a picture, Mr. Weatherman, that I'm going to point to some symbols because I'm very confused. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So
Okay.
I want to know what this big squiggly line is, Mr. Weatherman.
Oh, okay. So this, you guys didn't want to know this. That's actually 2 different things. There's a cold front and a warm front. And then when you get all the way to the New England portion, usually we have what's called an occluded front, which is a stalled out front that doesn't have a warm or a cold version.
I've got
Why did we bring up this subject?
Do you know what?
Listen, I'm a huge nerd. This was a bad call.
I also have an included front.
Okay, what about what's this one down here, Mr. Weatherman? You got to say it as it is, like you're on the Weather Channel.
Literally, it's
Okay.
literally.
This is what I'll say. All right, down south of Texas, just south of Houston, we have a tropical depression moving up north following the subtropical jet stream that's going to bring massive amounts of rain and possible flooding to lower portions of Texas as well as upper portions of the Mexican peninsula. I would watch out for the next 2 to 4 days for flooding to actually be very prevalent in low-lying valleys. Back to you, Andy.
Thank you very much, Brandon. And there's the weather for you today. And next on the news.
Okay, next on the news. Have you bought your beanie?
He's got it on.
Yeah, hang on. This one, most of the stuff I brought for this podcast was given to me by people, to include this jersey, which was given to me by a super long-term client named Kaylin. This was given to me by another client of mine, Ange, who's also a friend with both of us.
And have you got a scarf?
Yeah, I do have a scarf. I have a scarf from my favorite sports team in the United States.
Okay.
The New York Giants.
Oh, you go. You're going to be sweating, man. And did you bring a winter?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm like, remember when I said it was the middle of the summer?
Has
Oh.
it got a winter coat or not? No? Doesn't
Explain.
matter.
No.
Don't worry. Okay.
Explain.
Oh,
What are you going to do?
You're going to explain the next photo, but you're going to do it in the accent of the country. So this is a little bit difficult because, like, you know, we're encouraging different things here. Okay.
And you should be able to tell.
Master of accents.
As a weatherman, so you've got to get the even vibe of where you are right now. Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay. So, based on the double-decker bus, I'm going to assume this is the UK. So, all right, chaps, we got a jolly good snowstorm moving through. You can see that the cold front is going to cause some disruptions in the tube as well as through rush hour. So if you don't have a little bit of extra time to get to work, I would suggest that you plan ahead. Back to you, Andy.
Thank you.
That was so New Zealand.
I know. Listen, it's either where I live in America or it just is that amalgamation of everywhere I've been. You should be lucky I didn't go to like Russian or Ukraine where I was like, ugh.
Oh.
Okay, so take all that off. Sunglasses and hats now. Quick changeover.
This is another one that was given to me by a friend of mine. This is Andy Bolden and his wife Danielle. So here's my BioFit hat.
Okay,
here's my sunglasses.
Scarf off.
Too hot.
Here we go.
I look like the Unabomber. Why did you do this to me?
This is in, it's actually an Australian accent, this one.
Okay, headed to the beach today. You better watch for the drop bears if you're having a fun in the sun. So go ahead and if you want to watch the TV, go ahead and get you some sun out there, boys. I know you think that's a knife, but it's not a knife. This is a knife. And put some feet on the barbie and have a good time.
Slip, slap, slop. That was awesome, wasn't it?
It was very hard for me not to say the C word that you guys tend to sprinkle into conversation. I'll say that much.
Cuttlefish comes up a lot.
That is amazing. Oh, God, that is amazing. Okay, well done. That was so cool. You can take off your sunnies now so we can see your eyes.
Why didn't I call them sunnies? That would have been a good one. We should restart the whole thing. We're going to restart.
Again, we've done some stalking,
Yes,
and
we
actually know that you're an MGT fan through unknown sources that have contacted me. We did a bit of, because I thought you're a bit hard to crack, but we finally got there. So I looked up the MGT meaning, and I thought, what is MGT? I've never heard of it. And it said meeting or modern times group or mid-thigh girth or metric tongue growth, and then I got up the real meaning. So it's a trading game, as you said, using a technical.
Oh, MTG. I'll be honest. I was like, I don't know what they're talking about.
MTG. Oh, seriously. Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, got it. Okay, we're good.
So we're gonna see. So you're really an MGT fan?
Boom.
Well, it's Yep, I am a Magic the Gathering fan to the bone. So hit me with
Ask
it.
some questions.
I'm very excited.
Yeah. any of this.
No, but we do.
Yeah, I could just lie. I could literally be like, yeah, I made it up. It's all a lie. It's not really a game.
If you want to cast a lot of creatures with haste and deal damage directly to your opponent, which color should you play?
Red.
Jesus. Who is the creator of Magic the Gathering?
Ooh, okay. The creator.
Knizia, Gary Gusk, or Richard Garfield?
Richard Garfield.
There you go.
There you go.
How can you tell the difference between the original alpha printing of Magic's first set and the beta reprint of that set? Beta cards were reprinted with white borders instead of black borders. Alpha cards have slightly more rounded corners than beta cards, or beta cards have a copyright date on the bottom of the card, which alpha cards lack.
I believe it's the rounded corners. White borders. White. Wait, ready? I'm about to blow your minds. The white borders didn't come around until after revised.
This is really interesting.
Ah.
The keyword that causes a creature to kill any other creature it damages, no matter...
Death touch.
What?
Death touch.
Oh my God, I didn't even get to that.
I'm telling you, I play every week.
A creature with protection from white can be killed by the white card that says, destroy all creatures.
True or false?
True or false?
Say it one more time.
A creature with protection from white can be killed by a white card that says, destroy all creatures.
No. Cannot.
According to, is it Google?
Yeah,
Okay.
according to Google.
It says.
I'll have to check that ruling because technically. Well, no, you're right. Wait, you're right because technically the rules state that it has to target the creature for it to be protected. So when it says destroy all creatures, it's targeting the field, not the creature. Everybody has already tuned out. Everybody is like, I have no idea what this podcast is about.
I know, right? MGT was released in what year?
Have a guess first.
86 or 87?
Okay, we'll give you some clues.
1993,
1996, or 2002.
No, it's got to be 93 then.
Yeah,
I thought
it is.
The highest level of Magic the Gathering competition is the International Challenge League, House Cup, or Pro Tour.
The Pro Tour.
Woo! Excellent. Yep. Okay, you're doing well. Which tournament?
That's going to be my next thing. That's going to be my next thing after bodybuilding. It's going to be being a Magic the Gathering Pro Tour.
Which tournament legal Magic card has the highest combined casting cost?
You get me to say this.
I can't say these words.
Orthochuthon worm, a miracle, the Aeon's Torn, or the Draco?
I think it's the Aeos Thorn. What was the first choice again?
It says the first one was the Orthochuthon worm.
Or something.
Worm with a
it's probably that because the worms are usually really powerful.
Or the Draco.
Or
the Draco. It could be the Draco. Could be the Draco.
It could be.
You stumped me. I don't know. I don't think
I just said it 5 times.
I know, but I don't remember that card off the top of my head. To be fair, for anyone that's listening, there's like 30,000 cards. So
okay, last question. The Lorwyn set was the first time an entirely new card was added to the Magic. What was it?
Fuck. Can you give me something like? Can you give me a couple choices?
Yes. Eldrazi, Legends Lands, or Planeswalker.
Eldrazi, Zendikar, Lauren was pretty early on. I'm gonna say a Planeswalker.
Yay! Well done, you. We had no idea.
No
what we're
idea.
Talking about
None
here.
whatsoever. No.
I could literally do a 4-hour podcast on Magic the Gathering.
I know, right?
No one would like it. No one would like it.
All right, right, last segment. So you did really well with that. We learned something too. I thought it was just all about a meeting or mid-thigh girth, but apparently it's another game.
When you started, I was like, I have no idea what they're talking about.
Okay, these are please explain photos. We love this because it, you know, sometimes we bring up photos that you go, what the, and you forget you.
Excited. Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so the first one we've got is.
every time I look at these photos, I cringe. So these were taken before my first ever show in California, which was the 2012 Orange County Muscle Classic. That was the first posing session I ever had. I weighed about 122 pounds.
Posing session ever. Look at him now.
That one was just me chilling. That looks like I was, I think, ordering a hot dog or something. I don't remember.
But you know what? If I was in the judges panel, Brandon, and you winked at me like that, that would just be, oh my God, get the fans out and like, you know.
We're down. We're down.
That's a sexy wink. Sexy wink there. Sexy wink.
No, I only have it on stage. If I ever tried to do that in real life, I would be like,
yeah. Okay, and that was in another like
throwback
here. Throwback.
Oh man. All right, so ready? I'm still friends. The guy on my right is Jeremy. He was the best man in my wedding. We've been friends since the third grade. No, the other side, the one that you pointed to. Yeah. The other one is my friend Alex Stem, who actually also is still a good friend of mine. But Jeremy on your left is actually still my best friend, my best man. In fact, hang on a second.
There you go. See, isn't it amazing? You bring up a photo.
This was us at our wedding. Look, there's me in the chair. There's him standing right next to me right there.
Fantastic.
That's insane. Awesome. Okay, we need to keep quickly moving.
I know. Get out. Easy.
That was when I met a superstar in Australia. That would be a kangaroo. Yeah.
All right.
It's me and Andy.
Yeah, I'll hold this one up. Okay.
Boy, you guys did some digging, huh? Yeah, so I was growing my hair out to actually be able to have long hair, and that's that awkward stage in between. That's me as Justin Bieber. That's just me as Justin. Oh, funny story. The girl in that photo is the other guy's wife. That's Tiffany, so that's Jeremy's wife.
I said to Andy, maybe that's his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. But anyway.
No. It's Jeremy's wife.
Another hairstyle.
That's me and my wife. We were headed down your way to Australia and New Zealand. We were, hey, don't take my hairstyle, bro. Don't do that.
What do you mean?
I'll be honest, he wears it better than I did, so.
I think I took this off of you in New Zealand at Universe in 2017. I took it off.
That was where that photo was taken. I was on the way to the Universe.
Okay, we're running through these because we're running out of time. What? Oh my God.
I need to give photo credit. I need to give photo credit to Ava Creel in Germany. She took that. It was a milk bath boudoir photograph.
He was going to actually get me to get in a bath of milk and do the same shot to put it side by side. But like you, it's off season and I've got the muffins on.
Yeah, but so then you can put the cookies in the milk. Then you take the cookies and you put them in the milk.
Of course, at the moment, we're in crisis, and I get it, Brandon, and I think you're going to a lot of extreme with the COVID at the moment. So, like...
I went to where my brother works, which was an actual production facility for bottled water, and I had to cover my beard, too.
Oh, there you go.
So it doesn't stop the cough. There you go.
I'll see if we can get these last two in, but I just want to touch base on this last segment that we do have. So again, we've stalked you. So we've been practicing this. I believe that you like to rap as well.
No, whoever told you that was wrong.
So we've been practicing. So I want you to
we haven't, because you got my name on it, and that's no point. I know about
you've got to say this. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to do some rapping, and you're going to tell us what song it is. Okay.
Have I got to do all this?
Okay, that I could do. I could do that.
Are you ready? Let's go.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Ready? Yeah.
Are you Peep the style and the way the cops sweet us. The number one is the friends get us. I got vendettas in dice games against vendettas in dice games against us betters.
I hope I never guess this. Keep going. I just want to hear the whole song. I have no idea what song it is that you are singing.
Honest with JC. Come on, Brendan.
You know, I'm going to have to take the loss on that one, or as the kids say, I'll take the L.
All right, here we go. Here's another one. Come on, come on. I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living?
Tupac. That's Tupac. That's Tupac. Changes.
You can try this one, darling.
What do you mean?
Okay, here we go.
What?
He's going to do his best.
I didn't even know anything about this. I can't see all the words. Where am I going to?
Up here.
Where am I going?
Down here.
Okay.
Okay.
My radio, believe me, I like it loud. I'm the man with the box that can rock the crowd. Walking down the street to the hardcore beat, whilst my JVC vibrates the concrete. I didn't even know that.
Here we go. Put your pudding on, darling.
Thank you.
Put your pudding on.
There you go. Who is it? Actually, now I see who it is. I should have done that in a completely different format.
Okay, do it again. Do it again.
Do it again. Do it again.
My radio, believe me, I like it loud. I'm the man with the box that can rock the crowd. Walking down the street to the hardcore beat while my JVC vibrates the concrete.
I have no idea what song this is.
Actually, I think
Actually, he would have worn a lot of it. No,
he
would have worn a lot of this, and he would have had like a. He used to cover up his eyes with a bit of a trim, like his hat was rounded and come down and cover up. He's always wearing.
So the reliable source, was your beautiful team captain V, and she said that you actually rapped the words, and you know these people.
I like certain rappers. I will admit to her that I do like rap.
This was one.
And I can pinpoint some songs, but that one is that's a deep bench that I don't know. LL Cool J. Okay, all right. LL Cool J. Yeah. And LL Cool J, they started that with Ladies Love Cool J. That's where the LL came from. I don't know if I redeemed myself.
Then can you rap one of your favorite songs?
They say you're moving too fast on your mother's TV. Said you're watching too much. It's just not healthy. All the children in the daytime, Dallas tonight, can't even see the game or the sugar rate right. The bill collectors to ring my phone and scare them away when I'm not home. I got a bum education, double-digit inflation, can take a train to the job. There's a strike at the station. See, I got that. That's good.
Hey! Who was that?
You put me on the spot. That was pretty good for right on the spot, right?
That's right.
Well, we're going to wrap it up now. No, hopefully it doesn't cut out. We've only got 45 minutes, so hopefully we get this last bit in. We'll pick up. These are the last two pictures that I was going to show. So physique,
Yeah. I did physique. That was Fitness Helsinki in 2014. I wound up on the poster in 2015. And the second photo, yeah, that one. The guy next to me is still a good friend of mine. His name is Danny Serrano. He's actually a security guard. And that other one that you have there was one of the first photos that ever wound up on Facebook. I was in my dorm room in Scott, Illinois. That was probably 2 years before I met my wife. I was not old enough to drink. I barely had hair on my chest, which that still is the case, but you get it.
Oh, amazing. Oh my God, we've had so much fun with you. Yeah, look at you go. Look at you go.
And anytime you want to have me back, I'd be happy.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for coming on today. We got to find out some hidden things, locked away.
The talent.
I think I found out some things about myself. It was a self-discovery journey.
And of course, being a leader, everything, that a leader is all about as well. So,
role model.
You're an amazing person. You're an amazing person. We can't wait to see you again when we come over.
Very soon. Long live natural bodybuilding and long live the INBA. That's all I got to say.
Absolutely. Okay, sweet. Well, we'll sign off now. We'll get you to go and we'll wrap it up on our end. But again, Stay safe, take care, say hello to your beautiful wife for us, and thank you so much for coming on board. It was so awesome.
Awesome. Thanks.
See you later, world.
Thanks so much. And look at that. Wasn't that awesome?
That was so good.
He is the leader that leads by example.
Oh my goodness.
He's a good listener.
Yeah.
He just he is. He's just one of those guys that's so easy to talk to, so easy to get along with, and just has a wealth of knowledge about so many different things in the natural bodybuilding, and obviously from what we found out through some cards, magical cards. So
absolutely.
Nothing about that. There you go. And he can rap.
Such a beautiful person, like everywhere, like, you know, when I see him, he's always so approachable as well. And that's the beauty of everything, unless he's on prep.
So if you have never met him, well, even then I reckon it'd be so, like,
he can be a little bit like grumpy, but that's okay. But no, I'm just kidding, Brandon.
but if you have never spoken to him and you've always wanted to, like you just said, he's an easily approachable guy. Just don't trip over him. He's very short.
Oh. It's funny. Anyway, we're wrapping it up here. We're going to have another guest on next week, so watch out. You could be messaged. Okay?
Yes, don't forget, like and subscribe.
We'll get right into the hidden talents or photos in your Facebook. We're good at this. Like
we're getting to it. We're getting on there now.
All right, stay safe, guys.
Take care.
And we'll see you next time.
Okay. Episode 8.
Okay, bye. Bye.